Hello, my name is Sarah Allen. I'm the clinical supervisor with Circle of Friends Services. Circle of Friends Services is a not-for-profit agency that provides community mental health services, particularly for kids in the child welfare system. We provide services in the Central Florida area as well as the West Coast of Florida. Today I'm going to be talking with you about one of my favorite interventions that I use with families. It's called the Family Shield. This is an excellent intervention for working with families that are post-adoption. The Family Shield is something that is particularly helpful for children that are 5 and older. When doing the Family Shield, you can do it with adoptive families, you can do it with biological families, even post-reunification. The thing that you want to remember is that you would like to do this intervention once attachment and bonding have already been well established. Or if you're doing it post-reunification, you'd want to be sure that it was done when the healing and bonding have been re-established after being removed from the family. The Family Shield is an excellent intervention, particularly to encourage claiming with adoptive families and belonging. In addition to that, it really helps the family build upon the strengths that they already have in place and helps them to feel more equipped to deal with challenges that they might face in the future, even after services have closed. The intervention is something that you can use particularly anytime during closer to termination, but you can also do it middle into the term of services. But my favorite time is to do it as you're approaching or preparing for termination. I'm going to show you an example of what a blank Family Shield would look like. So one of the other good parts about this intervention is it requires very little materials. So it's a very low-cost intervention to be able to do for families. So really all you need is a copy of the Family Shield, such as the one that I'm holding up right now. You can use it on a regular sheet of paper, which I have right here, or if you would like, you can also use it on a bigger piece of cardboard or poster board that you just draw the Family Shield for yourself. I've done it both ways. The good thing about using it more of this size is that, like I'll talk about in a little bit, is you could even laminate it for the family so that they can keep it and look at it and really have it somewhere that they can all see on a regular basis. So you'll need this, as well as some either crayons or markers, whichever you would prefer, okay, for the family that you're working with. Sometimes with smaller children, you might prefer just to do crayons, but they often like the markers to be able to use and add some different colors. So what you'll do with the Family Shield, okay, is I always start out by discussing with the family what a shield is for. So for example, a shield is for what? It's to protect a family, right? It help them feel strong and secure, safe and secure, even in light of different challenges that families might face throughout their lifetime. So when we're talking about the shield, I also ask the family to brainstorm together. It's very important that you encourage everybody to discuss and everybody be a part of this activity. So they brainstorm as a family different characteristics or attributes that make them who they are. You know, what makes you a part of the Johnson family? What does it mean to be the Johnsons? Or what does it mean to be the Allens? What characteristics make you special and unique, stand out from others, as well as those characteristics that make you strong and show that you guys are able to get through many different things that families get through. As they brainstorm different ideas, you'll help the family to identify 4 things that really, or 4 characteristics that they feel like really emulates who they are. And what you'll do is the 4 characteristics, you'll write one of the characteristics on each of the quarters of the Family Shield. After they've identified the characteristics, what you'll do is you'll have them illustrate what that characteristic means to them or how they show that characteristic in their family in each of the quarters there. So let me show you an example of it. That way you might be able to get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So this is an example of a family that I did it with. And this family actually did laminate it, and they have it still today in their dining room area for all to see. So as you can see, the 4 characteristics that they chose for their family was adventure, safety, heart for love, and learning. And then as you can see, they illustrated what that meant to them, okay? After they've done that together, as with any therapeutic intervention, the most important piece is processing. So you really want to have a detailed time to process with them about why they chose these things. What about that makes them who they are? How it will foster security and safety for their family for years to come. What makes them unique? But also how it's going to help them to maintain the growth that they've made while they've been in therapy with you. So when you're processing with them, you want to make sure that you remain strength-based and help them to understand that these are things that they already have within themselves that will allow them to continue to do the work that they have already begun. The reason why this is particularly helpful with adoptive families is because it really helps the children to feel a part of that family and begin to identify as a part of a Johnson or as a part of an Allen family, and help them to belong to that family and even be a part of identifying the things that make them who they are. One of the challenges of adoptive families is that the child will often feel like they're having to come into a system and just adjust, whereas activities like this really helps them to be a part of making the system what it is and making the family what it is. And it helps the child to know that they are an integral part in making the family unique and special. So I hope that this is something that you'll be able to utilize with your families, and I hope that it's something that they'll be able to have out in their living room or their kitchen for a very long time.